Hello YouTubers, this is Slayer1Play, and today I'm just going to show you I'm going to give you a brief explanation of the Imperial Guard, show you my army, and how to play it. First of all, here is my army. As you can see, I'm a big tank person. Yes, I know my Valkyrie isn't in very good flying condition right now. It's missing a wing, tail boom, and the back aileron. And I'm missing a bunch of my own little soldiers. But I'm careless with my models and transporting them. I don't have the money right now for a transport case, so a bunch of my models have fallen off bases, so I have to fix them up. As you can see, like that base right there is supposed to be a heavy weapons squad with a missile launcher. So here's a brief explanation of the guard. They've been pretty much around forever. They protected Terra, which is Earth, from countless enemies. You can pretty much say that they're the future of today's modern military. And then a little down the road, a guy named Horus. If you're good enough, if you know your fluff, the Horus Heresy, where one of the Emperor's clones, actually sons. He made 9 sons. Each made them all into Primarchs for the Space Marine Army. And, the guy named this one Horus, he was corrupted by the forces of chaos. And so everyone was kind of looking for him. Horus ended up killing a few of the Primarchs. Probably the most famous being Sanguinius, the Primarch of the Blood Angels. And then the Emperor, he almost killed the Emperor, but the Emperor in the end killed him. And so in the end, there wouldn't be any more uprising in the galaxy. He split the Space Marines into different chapters, and one of the big things he did was change the Imperial Army, which is what it was originally known as, into 2 different sections: the Imperial Navy and the Imperial Guard. He did this because he didn't. If someone decided to start going against the Emperor, pretty much the Emperor can call a bunch of soldiers in nearest planets and go, "Hey, you know what? You want to turn around? You want to turn against me? Okay, here's some big guns pointed at you. What do you think now, bitch?" So yeah, that's how the Imperial Guard was born. They've went through countless millions and millions of battles with their actually billions upon billions of soldiers that they've recruited from all around the galaxy. One of the most famous generals in the Imperial Guard is the Lord Solar Macarius, who, let me find it in my codex here. He was pretty much the most successful and brilliant war master since Horus, of course. Where is it? He campaigned and took over hundreds of planets in the galaxy, taking up. Let me find the map. Oh, just past it. The Segmentum Pacificus, and he pretty much took over every planet from Terra, which is in the center of the galaxy, to the and then the Segmentum Polar, and went to the Segmentum Pacificus, took over every planet there and bring it into the Imperium. By the time he took it all over, he was prepared to go into the unknown reaches of the Halo stars, but by then his soldiers were just completely exhausted, and he was forced by the Emperor and the Adeptus Mechanicus, I think it was, to come back to Terra. He was so struck by this that he fell to his knees and actually wept. So yeah, shows how much he wanted to take over the Halo stars. But on the trip back, he mysteriously died, and his cruiser, the Pax Imperium, is now his flying tomb over a planet that was named after himself, known as Macaria. So yeah, that's pretty much all you need. Oh, wait, I should probably tell you about the different armies of the Imperial Guard, because the ones you see right here, they're all the Cadian shock troops, which come from planet Cadia, which is pretty much, if you know Star Wars, pretty much like Coruscant. It's a big city, but in here every child is taught how to fire a lasgun before he can walk. So they're all in the end drafted into the Imperial Regiment with the hope of becoming an Imperial Guard. Another army would be the Catachans, which are the Rambos of the Imperial Guard. They're all raised on a planet that is lethal to live on. Every plant is poisonous. Every animal is carnivorous. 50% of the population die at birth, and within that 50%, another 50% dies by the time they reach the age 7. God, I'd rather live on that. I'd rather walk naked through that planet than drive through Chicago. There's the Vestroyan Firstborns, which is, you could pretty much identify them with old-fashioned Russian armies. But in here, the families always offer up their firstborn son, and they become immediately enlisted into the Imperial Guard. Then there's the Armageddon Steel Legion, which look like old German World War I soldiers with their army, with their helmets and stuff like that. And they're just, hey, we have this awesome stuff. Let's go to war. Then there's the Valhallan Ice Warriors, which pretty much they live on an ice-cold planet, Valhalla. Another Star Wars reference here could be, it's colder than Hoth. So, and their most famous soldiers would be the Rough Riders, which I do not have any models for. They're the only cavalry in the entire Warhammer game. Then there's other stuff like the Attilian Rough Riders. Okay, I'm correcting on that, what I just said about the cavalry, because there's also the Attilian Rough Riders. The Elysian Drop Troops, which come into battle on flying vehicles like the Valkyrie, Vendetta, etc., and grab shoot into play. Death Corps of Krieg, I don't even know what's all about that. And the Tanith First and Only, pretty much their story. They're the we're making an Imperial Guard regiment, and this regiment went off the planet for a while. And they came back. There was no planet left, so they are the only regiment to come off that planet. All right, so that's pretty much it for the history and background of the Imperial Guard. Now, time to get into what they're like playing. Playing wise, the soldiers, they're human meat shields, but they're so cheap. Let's see there. I believe, let me check. They are 50 points per squad, and squad is 10 soldiers. And that's just their base. So yeah, for 1,000 troops, you'll have a huge army. And which can be equipped with heavy weapons, plasma cannons, plasma guns, melta guns, snipers, etc. So even though they have a very low strength and can be killed pretty much flicking them on the head, they're really versatile in their weapon choices. Then there's their tanks. They're pretty much the strongest tanks in the game. Most of them have a front armor value of 12 or better. Like the Valkyrie, for instance, its front armor value is 12. The Basilisk right there is 12. Death Strike is 12. Chimera is 12. Hellhound is 12, and Lehman Russ Punisher. That's my strongest vehicle. It has a front armor value of 14. So, no matter what your strength is, strength always goes up to 10, so you're always ending up having to roll 4 or better to just penetrate. I have fun playing Imperial Guard. They're fun to build. Look at the soldiers. As I told you about, the infantry squads right here. You know, I have the sergeant, which for some reason I didn't even notice till now has a Cadishan head. So yeah, you have a bunch of las gun guys. Guy right here with a meltagun, Vox caster. Guy right here with a plasma. My sergeant here has a power fist. That's my just basic infantry. My command squad, as you can see, has commander, Vox caster, medic, regimental standard, and sniper. I have good luck with the sniper. I usually always I usually always end up rolling the 6, which is an instant kill with a sniper. The veteran squad is a bit more expensive to use point-wise than the infantry squad. The command squads is... Oh no, they are still 50 points. But it's only 5 troops, as I just showed you. I have a heavy weapon squad with a las cannon. I always have good luck with those. Those are 60 points per squad. Not only do you get the shooting, but you do get a close combat. Let's see, I have a tech priest right there. One of the cool things about a tech priest is, let me find his thing in my codex here. Tech priest, right here. Alright, as you can see, he's cheaper than soldiers, 45 points. But one of the cool, let me go to his profile page. Tech priest. And after I'm done with my soldiers, I'll go through the vehicles and stuff. Okay, so here's for the tech priest engine seer. He has a special rule called Blessing of the Omnissiah, which is pretty much if he is in base contact with a vehicle, then if he rolls you roll a d6, add 1 for each servitor with a servo arm. As I do have 4 servitors here. They come in the box with a Space Marine Tech Marine, which I have lost. And this shows them more carelessness with my handling, as they do not have the additional. As you can see, they're each missing 1 arm. 2 of them have heavy bolters, and 2 of them have the servo arms. In the box, they only do come with 2 extra servo arms for a servitor. So if you want to get all 4 of the servitors with a servo arm, you will have to buy 2 boxes. It's not really all that cheap. I'll show you an instance with the Blessing of the Omnissiah special rule. Say my Demon Rust Punisher here has suffered a weapons destroyed. So yeah, all that stuff. He is in base contact. 2 of my tech priests do have servo arms, so I roll 1d6, 4 up, and 4 up, and then I will have my Leman Russ will be fine. I roll the 6. The Leman Russ Punisher cannon is fixed, and I can shoot on that turn.